Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niradam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Lankhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Paramananda Madhavam. Okay. So today we're going to see the summary of chapter 9, the entire summary. So I'm going to share my screen so that everybody can see. A moment here. Okay, everybody can see? Yes? Okay. So, let's get this like this. All right. So we'll start again, going back to chapter 1, just so that we can get the whole line of thought of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is Amba. She's called Amba, meaning she's our mother. So she's not a book, she's our mother. In chapter 1, we had Arjuna Vishada Yoga. So Arjuna Vishada Yoga, yoga of Arjuna's grief. And here is where Arjuna, he comes to Sri Krishna and he says, my limbs are failing, my throat is parched, my whole body is quivering, my mind is whirling. He cannot stand. So he's broken. Arjuna is broken. And this is the beauty of Arjuna. He comes to Sri Krishna and says, I am broken. Please help me. And then in chapter 2, which is Sankhya Yoga, Sri Krishna gives Arjuna the highest knowledge. He says, actually, Arjuna, you are the self, you are Atman, you are existence, consciousness, bliss, changeless, eternal consciousness. That is your nature. Knowing that you are untouched by everything, don't grieve because you are pure consciousness. But Arjuna does not get that. It's too sublime. So in chapter 3, Shri Krishna gives Arjuna Karma Yoga. It tells Arjuna, now you do action. Lord Krishna said that Jnana Yoga is the highest. It's the ultimate. The self is the ultimate. But He asks Arjuna to perform action, do his dharma. Why? Because Arjuna cannot understand it yet. So the whole of chapter 3 is why we should engage in action. What kind of action? How to do that action. And Sri Krishna tells Arjuna that Karma Yoga is a means for Jnana Yoga. If we want to learn about who we are, we have to all engage in Karma Yoga. Then in chapter 4, Sri Krishna went deeper. He went into Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, through knowledge, renunciation of action. What do we mean by this? Here he tells Arjuna, as you are doing the action, remove the doership of the action. Because it's not really about the action, but it's about the doership. As long as we take ourselves to be the doer of the action, there's bondage. But when we become or realize that we are the non-doer and actions are just happening through us, then we become free. Chapter 5 then, Sri Krishna gives Arjuna a deeper message in Karma Sannyasa Yoga, where at some point in time, we all have to renounce action. At a certain stage in life, we have to renounce all the outward actions and sit quietly to contemplate on the self. So here, he tells Arjuna that now one has to be prepared to take karma sannyasa. So in the beginning, it was karma yoga to purify the mind, but after some time, we have to also withdraw from life slowly, which is karma sannyasa, and just seek that truth. Because we know that when we want to attain something, we need single-pointed focus. And if our minds are too much in the world, it's easy to get distracted. So at some point, we have to withdraw. Usually that happens in Vanaprastha age. The minute you see your first set of grandchildren, or the minute you feel that all children are settled, then one starts to really withdraw. What do you do when you withdraw from life? If I'm not doing any worldly things, what am I going to do? Chapter 6, Atma Samyama Yoga, which is the yoga of meditation. Sit quietly. Reflect on the greatest teachings. Be by yourself. So here, Sri Krishna tells Arjuna there are two people. One is called Arurukshu, the one who wants to climb to the seat of meditation. If somebody is trying to meditate but having a difficult time, it means still more karma yoga is required because the mind is still distracted. But those who are yoga rudha, the ones who have withdrawn from the world, they can sit back and easily meditate because now their minds are not bogged down by the world. So with this, we finish Karma Yoga. Chapters 1 to 6 is Karma Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita. A question comes, so what do I meditate on? And Sri Krishna says, well, there are many, many ways and many options. And now we come to Bhakti Yoga. Chapter 7, Jnana Vijnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge and wisdom. And what we learned here is Sri Krishna gives the understanding of who Bhagavan is, who really is God. What is the lower nature? What is the higher nature? What is the real nature? And who really is a devotee? And what does true bhakti mean? What does true devotion mean? So this we saw in chapter 7. Now, another thought, another direction Sri Krishna takes is, let us say somebody is in the last stages of their life. They are dying. Is the Bhagavad Gita for them too? In Akshara Brahma Yoga, yoga of the imperishable Brahman, Sri Krishna tells us how to die. how to die. Meaning, if we want to prepare to die, he says, one who thinks about me at the time of death will come to me. If we want to be one with God, we have to think about God at the time of death. But this means that we have to keep thinking about God throughout, so that that thought will come at the time of death, at the last breath. Otherwise, if we don't think about God, don't think that God will come. It's not possible, right? So he says, whatever we think of at the time of death, that's where we will go. So if our desires, if our wants are coming to our mind at the time of death, that's where we're going to go. So think about me, Sri Krishna says, all the time and perform your dharma, so that we can peacefully leave this world. But Sri Krishna, is it only that liberation is possible after death? No, no, no. Liberation is possible here and now. Freedom is possible here and now. And that's how we have come to chapter 9. Chapter 9 is Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya Yoga. The yoga of the royal knowledge and the royal secret. So this is what we have studied, and this is the breakdown. So first, he gives an introduction. What is this royal secret? What is this royal knowledge? He gives an introduction to make us want to know what it is. And then in this chapter, he gives us 6 secrets. 6 secrets. He gives us the secret of knowledge in verses 4 to 6. In verses 7 to 10, he explains Bhagavan's nature as a creator and non-creator. Verses 11 to 12, he talks about who the foolish people in the world are. And 13 to 15, who are the wise people. 16 to 19, how to see God in all beings. 20 to 21, who are the people who are driven by desires and what is their outlook on life? Verse 22, which is the heart of the Gita, is the secret of surrender. 23 to 25, the worship of the limited. 26 to 28, the secret of worship. 29, the secret of grace. 30 to 32, the secret of transformation. 33, the purpose of life. And 34, the secret of evolution. So here we have 6 secrets that Sri Krishna has given us very beautifully in this chapter. Knowledge, surrender, worship, grace, transformation, and evolution. So now let us see each topic. So the first is, why is this knowledge a secret? It's a secret because when everybody knows it, it's not a secret. When nobody knows it, it's not a secret. But when some know and others don't know, it's a secret. It's a secret. And actually people are attracted to secrets. Yeah? When people say, oh, you know what happened? What? I'm not going to tell you. Then the more they want to know, what is a secret? What is a secret? It attracts people. And it is a secret because even if it's out there, people can't understand it. Somebody asked Gurudev once, aren't you afraid that you're giving the knowledge of the Gita and Upanishad so freely? He said, only those who understand it will get it. It's okay. Because it's very deep. So not everybody who hears the secret actually gets it. And it's a secret because it's beyond our mind and senses. It's too subtle. This secret got revealed to Arjuna. Why? Because he's Anusuyu. He's not a fault finder, he's a fortune finder. When somebody is a fault finder, The whole time in their mind, who are they thinking about? Other people. They're thinking, why is this person like that? Why is that person like this? He's so like this. She's so like this. The whole time they're thinking about other people and finding faults. But somebody who's a fortune finder keeps thinking about God. Now, how beautiful God is shining through this person, teaching me a lesson, although it is hard. How beautiful God is shining through this person, cutting me in traffic, but teaching me to be patient. Huh? So, fortune finder becomes very peaceful. Arjuna was a fortune finder. And this was a beautiful secret because, unlike chapter 8, where you have to die to be liberated, here one can be liberated here and now. So it's called Raja Guhya, royal secret. And this is the secret of Raja Vidya, royal knowledge. It's also called royal knowledge because the kings and queens at the time, they knew this. And that's how they operated their kingdoms, with knowledge. He gives different adjectives of this beautiful royal knowledge, royal secret. Another reason it's royal, Raja Vidya, it puts an end to sorrow. In our Shastras, when we are to define what is knowledge, knowledge is that which puts an end to sorrow. If something is called knowledge, it puts an end to all kinds of sorrow. Raja Guhyam, we saw that one has to tune into it. Pavitram, it is so pure, it not only removes the impurity, but the source of it. Our impurities like greed, lust, anger, it not only removes that, but that's all rooted in the ego. And this knowledge removes the very ego. So all of that is gone. Ego here means the sense of individuality, the sense of I am this body, mind, intellect. It removes it. Pratyaksha avagamam is directly available. We don't have to even Google it because it is you. This is knowledge of your nature. All we have to do is just look within. We don't need anything else. We just have to turn within. It's directly available. Dharmyam. When we gain this knowledge of the self, we become rooted in dharma. Because this knowledge tells us that the self in me is a self in all. And when I am able to see that truth in all beings, then naturally we will be compassionate. Naturally we will be loving. Naturally we will be patient. Because we are seeing that same divinity in us, in every single being. That's why we say Namaste, right? Or Hari Om. Then Susukham Kartum. This is easy to practice. You don't even need to practice actually because it is you. It's effortless. It is you. And it is imperishable. Other types of knowledge we will lose. What we studied before, let us say somebody studied medicine 10 years ago. None of that is going to be applicable now. Because now there's all AI and everything like that. So you have to restudy. Go back to school. Nobody will hire you. Correct? Or accounting before, how they used to do accounting before, it may be very, very different from how they do it now. But this knowledge doesn't perish. It's avyayam. Those who don't have faith in this, what will happen? Again, birth, death, they'll keep coming back. Therefore, Arjuna, be ready for this royal knowledge, this royal secret. So Arjuna is excited because he heard so much publicity. Now, Sri Krishna gives it away. What is the secret of knowledge? So here we learned 4 things, right? By me, this entire world is pervaded. They are in me. I am not in them. They are not in me. This is the 4 parts of the secret of knowledge. And when we look at this, we think it's very, very strange. Why is the Gita speaking like this? And statements 1 and 3 seem to be contradictory. By me, this entire world is pervaded, but I am not in them. And then statements 2 and 4 seem to be contradictory. They are in me and they are not in me. So how do we understand? We can take first the example of the snake and the rope. So first we will start with this basic example. Then we will see how to use that in our lives. You all know the Vedantic example of the snake and the rope, right? The rope is there, but when the light is dim, it appears that there's a snake appearing on the rope. But there's actually no snake. It just looked like it could be a snake. So the first part is, by the rope, the snake is pervaded, right? That's easy to understand. The snake which is appearing on the rope, by the rope, the snake is pervaded because it's appearing on the rope. Number 2, they are in me. The snake is appearing there. It is appearing in the rope itself. But I am not in them. Is the rope touched by the snake? Because there's no snake. Is the rope affected by the snake? Is the snake, is moving, is hissing? Is the rope affected? Because there's no snake. Correct? So the snake is appearing in the rope, but the rope is not affected by the snake. The snake is dependent on the rope for its existence, but the rope is independent of the snake. I am not in them. They are not in me. The fourth part, they are not in me. Meaning, from the standpoint of the rope, the ultimate standpoint of the rope, there's no snake. Understand? So this is what he's trying to tell us, that actually from the ultimate standpoint, there is no snake. Rope alone is. Now we'll go to another example and then we will see how this relates to us. So the screen in the movie, we have seen this example many times. We go watch a movie. So by me, this entire world is pervaded. So the screen pervades the entire movie. Correct? Screen is there beneath the movie. And the movie is appearing where? On the screen. And the movie is dependent on what? On the screen. But if there is a burning scene in the movie, is the screen getting affected? A rainy, snowy scene in the movie, is the screen getting affected? No. So the screen says, I am not in them. I am not affected by the movie, and I am independent of the movie. Whether the movie runs or not, I am fine. And from the absolute standpoint, the screen says, actually, there's no movie. Meaning the movie really cannot function without a screen. There's no such thing as movie. So, from the ultimate standpoint, screen alone is. Now, Sri Krishna gives one more example of space. This is in the actual verse itself. He says, all air is pervaded by space completely. So all air is pervaded by space. Air is in space, depends on space, but space is independent of air. Whether the air is smelly, air is fast, space is independent and unaffected by it. And space is totally beyond the realm of air. Now take it to you and me. Why is he saying all of this? You and I, our nature is pure consciousness, the Atman, the self. And that consciousness pervades every single thing. It pervades the entire world. Now thoughts, I'm going to go to the previous slide so we can see this clearly. Thoughts appear in us. So many different types of thoughts appear in us. Happy thought, sad thought, tired thought, stressed thought, peaceful thought. So many different thoughts appear in us. They appear in us, but we are independent of that thought. We were there before the thought rose. We are there when the thought is. And when the thought dissolves, we will be there. We are there before the thought, during the thought, after the thought. The thought is appearing in us. So the thought is in us, but we are not in the thought. Thought is appearing in us, but I am different from the thought. And from the ultimate standpoint, there's only consciousness, because thought cannot exist without consciousness. So why are we so affected by our own thoughts? Learn to be a witness of our thoughts. If we can be aware of our thoughts, we can witness the changing thoughts. That means we are not the thought. This is a practice of jnana. The practice of karma, bhakti, and ashtanga is change the thought. A negative thought comes, change it. A disturbing thought comes, change it. The practice of knowledge is to witness the thought. You are not that thought. And that thought dissolves. This is the secret of knowledge. They can appear in me, but I am untouched by them. You might say, but doesn't this make one justify all kinds of crazy actions? If somebody has all negative thoughts and say, I'm just a witness of these thoughts, and they keep doing negative actions, what will happen? That will not work. Because if somebody is so disturbed, they cannot be a witness of their thoughts. This takes sattva. Now, topic 3, Bhagavan says, the secret of the world is the same way. This whole creation, they say, is an illusion. They say it is only appearance. They say it is a maya, correct? What does that mean? Bhagavan is just the consciousness behind it. And everything is appearing in Bhagavan. From Bhagavan's standpoint, he's the non-doer. He's not doing anything. The whole creation is appearing like a dream, like a movie. He's not doing anything. So we think that he is, in the world. He became the world. He created the world. But actually, everything is just going on like a dream. Everything is just going on like a movie. And it is following Prakriti. That's all that's happening. Now, Bhagavan says, those who don't know this, those who don't come deep to this knowledge, they don't know my highest nature. They think that I'm limited to a body. They don't know that I am pure consciousness. They think that I'm limited to a body. And they live their life with false hopes, thinking that they're going to get happiness from the world outside. If this person loves me more, appreciates me more, spends more time with me, I will be happy. If I attain this, I will be happy. If my children settle, I will be happy. All false hopes, because they want happiness from the world outside, which it will never happen. Permanent happiness will never come from the impermanent world. And when people have such false hopes, they have senseless actions, because they're putting actions to get those desires from the world, which will not happen. That happiness will not happen from the world, but they're putting forth actions to get that. And then to put forth the right actions, we have to learn all this nonsense knowledge. how to please the in-laws, how to please other people. We have to learn all nonsense, senseless knowledge because we believe that we get happiness from there. Vichetasaha, we become thoughtless. We're not inquiring into who we are. So this is the path of the foolish, looking out in the world for solutions. The path of the wise is different. The wise is Mahatma, those who have a useful desire to seek God, to seek the highest. And those who have useful karma, who are doing actions to seek the highest, purifying themselves to seek the highest. And those who are engaged in useful knowledge, wanting to know the source of all beings. And these are Mahatmas who really think properly. Now, Shri Krishna says, the wise, how do they worship? How do they seek? So, through the body, namaste, they bow down to that reality. Through the mind, they sing. And when we talked about this topic, nirlaja, they sing without any shame. They just sing out of pure devotion in their heart. And vrata, they take vows. They take firm vows to become better. The wise also seek going beyond the body, mind, intellect. They understand ekatvena, that I am that same reality. That same reality in God is the same reality in me. Saha aham, or aham brahmasmi. We are that one same reality. Or pritatvena. Sometimes the wise can take the bhava of being a servant of God. I'm a servant of God, a devotee of God. And bahudha vishvato mukham. The wise is able to see that one reality appearing as many. Like how in this, the one white light, when it goes through the prism, appears as various colors of the rainbow. That one reality appearing in this world appears as all different names and forms. But it's just that one reality. One reality. And in this topic, there were various verses about seeing God in all. And I just picked one of them, which is a very beautiful verse. It says that Bhagavan, God, is the gati, is the goal of everybody. Because God is the source of infinite bliss. So he's the goal of everybody. Bharta, the one who nourishes us. If you remember, I gave you the example of the chai. How does the chai come to the table? The sun has to shine, the rain has to fall, the grass has to grow, the cow has to eat grass, and cow has to give milk. Farmer has to bring the milk to the factory. Factory has to bring it to the store. And from the store, it comes to your table and we drink milk or chai. But we don't think, where did that come from? The sun had to shine. So that ultimate nourisher is Bhagavan. Prabhu, the one who is all capable. When we think that we really cannot do this anymore, it's really, really difficult. Kaivartakaha Keshavaha. We saw how the Pandavas in Mahabharata had such a difficult time fighting against their own teachers, fighting against such strong warriors. And if they looked upon themselves, they felt it was going to be so hard of a battle. But because they had Sri Krishna as his boatman, as their boatman, everything became possible. So the one who can make anything possible is Bhagavan. Sakshi, the watcher. Sometimes we think when nobody's looking, we do something and nobody will realize it, nobody will know. Bhagavan is always watching, knows what everyone is doing at all times. Nivasaha. Where do we live? We live in God's abode. This is God's land. Everywhere we touch is God. So we cannot be far from God. Sharanam. And our place of refuge, our place of crying, our place of surrender is Bhagavan. Suhrit, our friend is Bhagavan. A friend is somebody who gives us without expecting anything in return. So many times we avoid Bhagavan. We don't look at him, we don't talk to him, we don't pray, but he's still there giving us. And he's the creator, dissolver, sustainer, prabhava pralaya sthanam, nidhanam, the treasure house, all of our abilities, our talents, our intelligence. Where is it from? It's from Bhagavan. Bijam avyayam. And he is the imperishable seed from which everything has sprung forth. Now, people who are not able to see God everywhere, what happens to them? Verse 20-21, it says they are caught up in worldly desires. They might not be Mahatmas. They might not be, people who have such false desires, false hopes, into false actions. They might be just some people who are wanting worldly life, materialistic pursuits, nice house, nice wealth, good family, good friends. They might just want that. Bhagavan says, even if people just want that, they go again from birth to death, birth to death, birth to death, because they're still stuck in the material realm. What's the way out? I don't want to be stuck in this material cycle, going in and out again and again. What do I do? Topic number 8, the secret of surrender, the heart of the Gita. Ananyash chintayanto mam ye janaf paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam bahamyaham. Bhagavan says, to all those who think about me single-pointedly, who worship me single-pointedly, who offer their whole lives unto me, they will never have to worry. Never ever have to worry. Because I will take care of their yoga, whatever they need, and their kshema, whatever is required to be sustained, I will take care of it. And not only will I take care of whatever they need and whatever they require to be sustained, I will carry it for them. And in this class, we saw many beautiful stories about how Bhagavan actually carries to his devotee. And we saw the poem about footprints. You remember? When that person said, God, I thought you would always walk behind me, but in my toughest times, I didn't see 2 pairs of footprints, I only saw 1. Were you not there? And he said, it is then that I carried you, because I will carry you. Whatever you need, I will carry it to you, provided you surrender to me. And this is a fact. This is a fact. We just have to learn how to let go, because our department is not worry. Our department is worship. And what is Bhagavan's department? Worry. Bhagavan takes care of the worrying. We take care of the worshipping. But if we take care of the worrying, what happens? Then there's no worship happening. And if we take care of the worrying, Bhagavan says, you're worrying anyway, I don't need to worry for you. So our department is not worrying. If we are worrying, We're in the wrong department. We're in the wrong department. Our department is worship. Well, has He not taken care of us throughout our whole lives? Who is digesting the food in the stomach? You think you and I? Who is making the breath go through? You and I? Who's making the blood flow? He's been taking care of us every single moment of our lives. And then we worry. That's an insult to God. Because we are not seeing how much He has taken care of us. So the secret of surrender is to just worship Him fully. And He will take care of everything. Next, Sri Krishna says that some people, they don't worship me, meaning me, the reality behind everything. They worship individual, limited forms of God and Goddess. Saying that I have to pray to this Devata, then this Devata, then this Devi, and this Devata. I feel I have to pray to every single person. Sri Krishna says, I am that one reality shining through all of them. Even if you pray to them, know that you are praying to me. I am that one reality. So all those devatas, all the devis, they get their power from me. All the things that are granted through them come from me. So why don't you just come straight to me? I am that one reality. Just take a shortcut. You know, when you call an 800 number, they'll say, press 1 for this, press 2 for this, press 3 for this. Then when you press 2, they'll say, oh, this is the wrong department. You have to go to another department. And then they'll say, oh, it's the wrong department. You have to call another number. But if you press 0, what happens? You get someone on the phone. Before, now no more. Before, now you will only get AI. But before, you would actually get somebody on the phone. Correct? Now we are in a different realm altogether. So Bhagavan is like the operator. Straight. Just go to the operator. Oh, press 1, 2, 3, 4. It wastes so much time. So much time. And Bhagavan says, look, it's the same effort. If you worship all the limited deities, if you worship me, it's the same effort. So why don't you just go to me, the source of anything, the source of everything? Just come to me. I am infinite. Sri Krishna says, I am infinite. Worship the infinite. A question comes. If you are infinite, it must be infinitely hard to worship you. Right? Must be infinitely hard to worship you. You are infinite. He says, oh my goodness, it's the easiest thing ever. The secret of worship, he says, patram pushpam phalam toyam. You just offer me a leaf. Patram. Just offer me a flower. Pushpam. Phalam. Just offer me a fruit. Toyam. Just offer me water. It's so simple. Just offer me little things. Because it's not the thing that you offer, it's a love that you offer it with. And here we saw very beautiful stories. We saw stories of that hunter who was in the forest, who was offering bilva leaves and water on that Shivalinga. We saw the story of Vidurani was offering Sri Krishna banana peel instead of banana. But Sri Krishna took it. We saw the story of Arjuna and Bhima. So many stories we saw that just a little thing. Because what Bhagavan wants is love. He's not interested in all this, all this show. He wants love. He wants love. And if we say, Bhagavan, I don't have a fruit today. I don't have water. I don't have flowers. I don't have all of that. It's too hard for me to get. Then he says, every action you offer to me. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yad juhoshi tatasyat. Tadasyat. Whatever action you offer to me. Yat karoshi, whatever we do, offer to Bhagwan. Whatever we eat, offer to Bhagwan. Whatever we give, offer to Bhagwan. It's a simple thing. Everything, just offer it to me. And he says, when we do this, this will purify us. Because this will take our attention away from the world and it will bring it to such a beautiful altar of love. It will form our connection and bond with Bhagwan, which will make our mind silent, serene, calm, peaceful. It will make us single-pointed. It will purify us. And when the mind becomes purified, then we are capable of receiving knowledge. So he says, worship me through every single action. Just offer it to me. And we saw here also that the deeper meaning of this is we offer our mistake. That Bhagwan, I thought that I am doing, that I am giving, that I am worshipping. I forgot that everything is just you. There's only you. You are the only one who's flowing through me, who's making everything possible. I offer my mistake. Because there's just you. And here we also saw Patram can mean Jnana Yoga. Pushpam can mean Bhakti Yoga. Hala can mean Karma Yoga. And Toyam can mean Ashtanga Yoga. Then we saw, Bhagavan, it seems like you are partial. That you're only available for your devotees. You only rescue your devotees. If we look at the whole Bhagavata, he's only there for his devotees. What about the rest of us who are not devotees? So here we find the secret of grace, where Bhagavan says, I am the same to all. I am the same to all. I am like fire in the middle of the room. And those who walk towards me, they will feel the heat. But those who are walking away, of course they're going to freeze. So my grace is there for everybody. Like the sun is there for everybody. But those who are walking towards me, they will feel it more. Those who are walking away from me, they won't feel it. When the sun shines, those who are opening their windows will get sunlight. Those who are closing the blinds and going back to sleep, they'll get nothing, no light. Can't blame the sun. So we can't blame Bhagwan because grace is always there. It's always there. It's like the sunshine. It's just a matter of tuning into it. So he says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu. I am the same to all. Bhagwan, you don't know me. I am a terrible person. I am a big sinner. I am not even a sinner. I'm a sinner PhD plus. Suduracharaha. I am so good at doing bad things. I'm a criminal. I wasted so much of my life. Is there hope for me? Secret of transformation, Bhagavan says, if somebody who is the biggest sinner, but takes a firm resolve that I am going to change from today onwards. I am going to become a better person. I will come out of this. Sri Krishna says that person is a sadhu, is very noble. Because that person makes the right resolve. Samyak vyavasitaha. When a person makes a strong, right resolve to change, then they are a sadhu. When that resolve comes from inside, they're sincere, they're genuine. Like Ratnakar changed to Valmiki. He was so sincere. Like that, when somebody is so sincere to change like that, then they are a sadhu. They are a sadhu. Bhagwan, I may be 50 or 60 now. I'm just changing now. How long will it take? Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. The one who makes the right resolve right away becomes a dharmatma. Shashwat shantim nigachati. And they have that ability to come to me. Because, O Arjuna, you go and declare to the world, Name bhaktaha pranashyati. My devotee will never perish. Never ever perish. I will never let my devotee down. People can let us down in our lives, our family, our friends, our near and dear ones, our insurance companies, everybody can let us down. But Bhagwan will never ever let down his bhakta. It has never happened. It will never happen. And it's a fact. It's a guarantee. It's the strongest guarantee we have. You purchase all the warranty you want. But this one is a fact. That bhaktas will never be let down. And they live on forever. Even if the body of a bhakta passes away, we saw that their spirit remains forever. Their virtues, their life, their inspiration, it never gets destroyed. Here I shared with you the story of Tulsidas ji. When they were mocking him for writing Ramcharitmanas in Avadi. They said, how can you write the Ramayana in a different language? It is in Sanskritam. Why are you writing it in Avadi? And they kept his Ramayana in Kashi Vishwanath temple underneath all the books. And they locked the inside. The next day, when they opened the door, Sri Ramcharitmanas was on top. Why? Name bhaktaha pranashyati. Tulsidas ji was a devotee of God. You think he's going to let him down? No. There are so many stories, beautiful stories of bhaktas. Bhaktas who, there is one story, he's a bhakta, a Shiva bhakta. And he was not allowed to go to the temple to worship. This is a true story. And the problem was, he was standing from far and Nandi was blocking Shiva. You know, Nandi is in front of Shiva. Nandi was blocking Shiva and he was not allowed to go to the temple to worship. So he kept praising Bhagavan, crying to Bhagavan, worshipping Bhagavan. That Nandi actually moved for this bhakta. And it's a fact that if you go to that temple, the Nandi is a little bit moved. It's not directly in front of Bhagavan. Why? Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktaha pranashyati. My devotee will never perish. And he says, it doesn't matter who it is. It is not name human bhaktas pranashyati. No, it can be anybody, any type of devotee, whatever background, whatever culture, whatever gender, anybody, whatever walk of life they belong to. I don't have a door. I cannot even say my door is open because Bhagavan says, I don't have a door. As long as they come to surrender to me, I will take them. Then in topic 13, Bhagavan says, now that I've given you all of this knowledge, what are you waiting for? The purpose of life is to seek me. Shri Krishna says, Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvama. knowing that this world is temporary, knowing that it is joyless, having come to this human birth which is so rare, seek the highest, seek God. What else is there to do in life? There is no greater thing to do than to seek God. So therefore, bhajasva mam. Shri Krishna, how do we seek you? I told you the whole 9th chapter how to seek me. Again, you're asking. Okay, I will summarize it for you. The secret of evolution is in the last verse. He says, there's 2 ways to read this, we saw. The first is, change your identity. Instead of I am Shubhani, I am this person, I am that person, our first identity should be, I am a bhakta. Like Hanumanji. We saw that example. He didn't say, I am Hanuman. He said, I am Ramaduta. When we change our identity to be a devotee of God, a servant of God, then automatically the intellect, the mind, the body is channeled towards the higher. We just have to change our identity, shift our identity. Instead of I am this individual, if we say I am this individual, I am a mother, I am a father, I am a friend, we'll have too many problems. I am a bhakta. My life is to seek God. Then all of our relationships in the family will be even deeper. And he says, if we cannot shift or change our identity, seek me through knowledge or seek me through devotion. So seek me through knowledge, man mana bhava. Seek me through devotion, mad bhaktaha bhava. Through dedicated action, madhyaji. Or just bow down to me, mam namaskuru. And if we cannot even do that, hold on to me with faith, he says. And by this, you will come to me. By this, you will come to that reality. And this is how chapter 9 unfolds. The royal secret. So the royal secret is the secret of knowledge, that we are that ultimate reality. And how do we get to that? The secret of surrender. Ananyas chintayanto mam. And we understand that also through the secret of worship. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yat karoshi yadashnasi. And we also understand that through grace, that Bhagavan's grace is there for everybody. And even if we feel that we are so wicked and terrible, there's a secret of transformation. Just surrender, take the right resolve, and right away we become a dharmatma, because Bhagavan's devotee never perishes. And finally, the secret of evolution. Either we change our identity, or we seek Bhagavan through knowledge, devotion, action. We bow down, or we hold on to him with faith. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya Yoga. Okay, so now let us chant this 9th chapter. Let us chant this 9th chapter as an offering to Bhagavan. We will chant it together. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha अथ नवमोऽध्यायः राजविद्या राजगुह्ययोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्याम्यनसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात् राजविद्या राजगुह्यं पवित्रमिदमुत्तमं प्रत्यक्षावगमं धर्म्यं सुसुखं कर्तुमव्ययम् अश्रद्धधानाः पुरुषाः धर्मस्यास्य परन्तप अप्राप्य मां निवर्तन्ते मृत्युसंसारवर्त्मनि मया ततमिदं सर्वं जगदव्यक्तमूर्तिना मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहं तेष्वस्थितः न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम् भूतभृन्न च भूतस्थः ममात्मा भूतभावनः यथाकाशस्थितो नित्यं वायुः सर्वत्र गोमहान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानीत्युपधारय सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकां कल्पक्षये पुनस्तानि कल्पादौ विसृजाम्यहम् प्रकृतिं स्वामवष्टभ्य विसृजामि पुनः पुनः भूतग्राममिमं कृत्स्नम् अवशं प्रकृतेर्वशात् न च मां तानि कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय उदासीनवदासीनम् असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरम् हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते अवजानन्ति मां मूढाः मानुषीं तनुमाश्रितं परं भावमजानन्तः मम भूतमहेश्वरम् मोघाशामोघकर्माणः मोघज्ञानाविचेतसः राक्षसीमासुरीं चैव प्रकृतिं मोहिनीं श्रिताः महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसः ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम् सततं कीर्तयन्तो मां यतन्तश्च दृढव्रताः नमस्यन्तश्च मां भक्त्या नित्ययुक्ता उपासते ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतोमुखम् अहं क्रतुरहं यज्ञः स्वधाहमहमौषधम् मन्त्रोऽहमहमेवाज्यम् अहमग्निरहं हुतम् पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च निर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम् अव्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णाम्युत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन त्रैविद्यमां सोमपाः भूतपापाः यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान् ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालम् क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रयी धर्ममनुप्रपन्नाः गतागतं कामकामा लभन्ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ताः यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम् अहं हि सर्वयज्ञानां भोक्ता च प्रभुरेव च न तु मामभिजानन्ति तत्त्वेनातश्रवन्ति ते यान्ति देवव्रता देवान् पितॄन् यान्ति पितृव्रताः भूतानि यान्ति भूतेज्याः यान्ति मद्याजिनोऽपि माम् पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपहृतम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः रोषि यदश्नासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत् यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम् शुभाशुभफलैरेवं मोक्ष्यसे कर्मबन्धनैः सन्न्यासयोगयुक्तात्मा विमुक्तो मामुपैष्यसि सम्मोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम् विचेत्सु दुराचारः भजते मामनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सः क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति मां हि पार्थव्यपाश्रित्य येऽपि स्युपापयोनयः स्त्रियो वैश्यास्तथा शूद्राः तेऽपि यान्ति परां गतिम् किं पुनर्ब्राह्मणाः पुण्याः भक्ता राजर्षयस्तथा अनित्यमसुखं लोकम् इमं प्राप्य भजस्व मां मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैष्यसि युक्त्वैवम् आत्मानं मत्परायणः ॐ तत्सदिति Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yogo Nama Navamodhyaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Namah. Hari Om. Bhagwan's grace, Shri Gurudev's blessings, and everybody's support. We have completed another chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and we feel very blessed that Shri Krishna has shared such beautiful messages with us.